your roof. It's the most important protection against nature for your home or your business. That's why I trust the experts at Exterior Home Solutions.
He's Grant Ramey. I'm Rob Lewis. This is the Exterior Home Solutions Fast Break. Grant live from the court at Memorial Gymnasium, and tell it 2 halves today.
I don't really know what else to say about Dalton Connect at this point. Another 20-point second half, 21 points I think in the second half, 11 in the first. He scores 32. He's averaging 30-something on the road, 31 or something. So you just kind of run out of ways to describe him, explain him. He just shows up and he scores, and it didn't feel like a road game, but it was a road game, and Dalton's better on the road somehow, and he carries them in the second half.
You said everything. You know, what else can you say about it? I mean, what
Right.
can you say that we didn't say the second half in Georgia? What can you say that, we didn't say after he destroyed, Florida? So, but, I mean, just to see him come through, and like you said, the second half, I mean, it was clutch. I mean, it wasn't 32 empty points. I mean, Tennessee needed him. If he doesn't show up in the second half, Tennessee doesn't win this game.
Right, and it didn't feel all that different in the first half than it felt down here a year ago when Tennessee lost on that Tyron Lawrence three at the corner.
Around.
Right, not playing well on the road. Tough gym to play in at times, even though you do have more visiting fans in here than home fans, but just tough to play here sometimes. And the difference between, it seems like, this Tennessee team and that Tennessee team is you have a guy like Dalton Connect who's an All-American, who's an elite scorer, who can put the team on his back. And once that first three went in with like 15 minutes left, it's like it comes in bunches after that.
He scored 12 points in 4 minutes and 3 seconds.
Right. I think at one point he scored 12 straight and 15 of 17.
It was 12 straight.
And Tennessee outscored him by 20 in the second half or something like that.
He's obviously the story, but I thought, getting past him, just overall the second half, much better team. Tennessee shot 56% as a team. Jordan Gainey came in and hit some big shots. I don't want to overstate it, but when he's coming in and dropping a couple threes, it's a big boost for this offense.
He's a guy that feels like if he hits his first three, he's going to hit his first few shots. And if he misses his first three, he's going to miss a couple more shots. But it felt like he continued that momentum. And it still feels like Santiago Vescovi's turning down shots, but he had 12, I think, today. He played well. He still makes winning plays. So
he had 10 in the second half.
Right, and that was what Rick was talking about after the game. They turned down too many shots in the first half, and they wanted to take those threes in the second half. And when they did, they started making them.
Yeah, they were 7-11 from three at one point in the second half. Missed their last three, but still, 7-14, pretty solid.
Right.
And man, I don't want to make too much of this, and I don't want to pile on him, but Josiah.
Yeah. 2
shots a day, does not take a shot in the second half. And I know his game is a lot more than just scoring.
Right.
He helps the team in a lot of ways, but man, and one time down here, we got an offensive rebound, just
turned down a dunk
right under the rim and kicked it out. And so, again, I don't want to be hypercritical of him, but that's just, he doesn't need to score 15, 16 a game, but he's got to give them something.
He's got to take more than 2 shots.
Yes.
And it feels like Rick's still happy with him. He still talks about Josiah and Santi and all these role player guys as guys who make winning plays and help you win basketball games. But that one he turned down right here under the rim felt a lot like Julian Phillips in the last minute last year.
The fifth-year guy, has played in some tons of huge games. It just makes me wonder about his confidence, where it is right now, and which is weird because for the first month, 2 months of the season,
he was off to the best start of his career.
Career best from three. He's making 45% from deep. So, again, with everything good going on with this team, I don't want to harp on that too much, and I certainly don't want to be critical of Josiah. But it's just weird.
It kind of feels like what Jordan Gainey went through for a while, and Jordan's kind of bounced back from that with the 15 against Alabama, the 10 here tonight. It feels like he's got some momentum there, and it also feels like you know what you're going to get from Dalton. It's just figuring out what you're going to get from those other guys. You almost feel like you know what you're going to get from Jonas Adu. He flirted with another double-double. You feel like you know what you're going to get from Zakai. He played well again. It's those other guys and who's going to score and who's going to kind of have their night from that other kind of supporting cast.
Yep, agree. And again, really balanced. I think it's big. It's double figures for Santi back-to-back games. I think that's significant. I think it's really significant that Jordan Gainey has snapped out of his slump. It doesn't need to be a huge score, but if he could just give you a spark off the bench, that's significant. I don't know that Tennessee's had that since Lamonte.
No, it's been a while, and Tennessee needs that consistently, and that little punch there after that first 4 or 5 minutes, whatever it is. If he can come in and make that corner three, that's a big jolt, especially on the road.
Coach Barnes was a big fan of the corner three.
Right,
He called it the biggest shot of the hat. I don't know if I saw that, but Rick certainly knows more than I do about it. But and a big week coming up, Grant.
Huge.
Big week. Auburn loses today. Auburn lost twice this week. Tennessee's got the tiebreaker with Alabama. Big week.
And who knows what South Carolina really is. Their strength of schedule is not that great. I know they clobbered Kentucky and Columbia last week, and Tennessee gets them at home. You got to take care of business at home Tuesday against South Carolina, and then you go to Kentucky Saturday night at Rupp for a late game. It's going to be a huge game. It's going to be tough to win on the road. They score 90 whatever points a game. You're going to have to score a ton. Dalton's going to have to be Dalton that we've seen on the road if they're going to have some Rupp magic.
I've got a sneaking suspicion that Rupp is not going to rattle Dalton Knecht. He may not score 30 plus, but it won't be because he's rattled.
What has led you to believe that to this point?
I'm telling you, man, he's a basketball robot. He is a basketball.
Just scores it.
He just wants to hoop.
Yeah.
He just wants to hoop. Doesn't want to talk about it.
He will score it anyway. I mean, he's hitting a fall down three in the corner to get to 30 and to get to 21 in the second half. He's crazy.
He should have. Was he at the line tonight?
Like 1 of 5, something like that. Yeah.
He left,
two of
5
6,
or 6
something
points
like that. Right.
On the free throw line.
Right.
So just another fantastic performance by him. Solid road win for Tennessee in a league where that's hard to do. You don't take him for granted. Even I don't care what Vandy's record is. You don't take him for granted. And shaping up to be a monumental week as we get close to the halfway point in league play. He's Grant Ramey. I'm Rob Lewis. This has been the Exterior Home Solutions Fast Break on VolQuest.com.